It's a Thursday night / Friday morning in the middle of summer. I could be getting sleep. Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, this is Midnight Minecraft Take 2, Part 2, Attempt 2, Number 2, whatever. Point is, it's been just about a full day since this. Yep. Now it's time to. Yeah, it's 12. It's quarter to 1. It's 12:45 a.m. of the next day. Oh boy. Jeez, my volume's not loud. Well, there we go. Another platform. Oh, jeez. There. And now we can begin. With what? Why am I doing this? I could just as easily not do this. So why am I doing this? Are there really any good ramblings to be had, like 10 to 1? Is there anything good to be said at all? Where will my mind go? What'll I think about? What'll it do? Other than build just stuff. I gotta work tomorrow. Oh, one of the worst parts about this is going to be cutting out any awkward silences where I'm just drawing a complete blank. I've had that happen a lot, I've found in recent times. Not so much now that summer came, but like, I remember every like 4 or 5 times a day I'd go up to some people and I would completely forget what I was going to say. Slip my mind. What was I going to say other than, oh, I forgot what I was going to say. It just sneaks up on you. What do I want this to be? I don't know. I've often thought about how stuff smells the same way it tastes, kind of. Cause that smell is scent. Because I know that scent is part of taste, but by how much? dogs, like, you can usually smell something frequently and then eat food that might taste, food, whatever, just put something in your mouth, and you can be like, hey, this tastes like that. People always look at you weird, and they're like, hey, this tastes the same way that smells. Sometimes that can be a good thing. Well, there's a lot of smells I definitely wouldn't want to taste either. Oh, you know what a good smell is? Rain after a long streak of hot days. We just got that here. Very nice. Very nice. I had to stand outside and watch the lightning show. My parents were yelling, hey, get back inside, you don't want to get struck by lightning. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't, but still. That seems like a good enough base to me, I think, I hope, whatever. I'm too lazy to make it bigger. Am I? Tough to say. You know what? It should work. Boy, oh boy, how do I want to do this? You know what? Art is weird. I like it, but it's just strange, I guess you could say. People interpreting / inferring, I guess, things related to their own lives out of something that's just like, I don't know, say a mess of blocks. Something, alright. There we go. Beautiful. Is it possible to make a flotation device out of silverware? Or just anything, I guess, you could find laying around the house that you usually eat food out of / off of. Could you strap enough of it together to make a flotation device? What am I doing this late? Of course it wouldn't work. It's too heavy to use a flotation device. What is it? I mean, if you count plastic stuff as silverware, cutlery, or whatever. It is cutlery. It is still cutlery. You could be like, I only make a boat out of plastic knives and spoons. Nothing you can say to that. Other than, I guess you're making a boat out of plastic knives and spoons, or far more likely, why are you making a boat out of plastic knives and spoons? Alright. People, do dogs actually see in black and white? I seriously doubt they would. They're animals that were meant for, like, proper hunting and stuff. They will survive on their own fends and themselves. So I don't think they're inherently colorblind. I remember thinking, I read something on this. They're not. Okay. Couldn't remember. That is to say, what if dogs hear things differently than us? Is that a thing? Yeah, come to think of it, there's no way we'd be able to tell if they hear things exactly the same, or smell things, taste things. Is there a way? Because now we look at something to do with, like, the color deciphering cones in their eyes for the whole debunking the dogs see in black and white thing. But is there any way we can tell if they Like, I know they have a much stronger sense of smell, that's for sure, but, like, they smell things differently. Is that an individual thing? Can different people smell things differently? But, I mean, if they can, I guess we'll never know, because you can't say, oh yeah, well, this is what it smells like to me. Because a basket of strawberries still smells like a basket of strawberries. Can't, no matter how you spin it. But if two different people were to sniff it, they can't exactly compare scent notes. Because a basket of strawberries is going to smell like a basket of strawberries to them both, but it might smell differently. Speech patterns are a strange occurrence. Like regional dialects, tones, accents. What if that could happen for, like, body language? What if you could have an accent to your body language? Yeah. Or something to that effect. It would just be like, hello. You try to convey yourself through means of like, gesture, like something that maybe, say everyone off in Australia or whatever gestures differently from people in the United Kingdom, but it's very slight. Is that a thing? I don't know. At the end of the night, or well, I guess technically at the end of the morning, I don't really care if it's a thing or not. I've just got to talk about it and record my nonsense so I can later reflect on it and wonder why the heck I was doing this in the first place. Actually, you know what? I could probably make this hollow. Do I want to make this hollow? I definitely could make this hollow. No, it's too late to make this hollow. I do have an idea, though. Not exactly winning any medals as a conversationalist in this, but I'm super bloody tired and all I want to do is go to sleep. So naturally I'm playing Minecraft. Yeah, could work. Will it work? I'm thinking... Alright, now this I can work with. Or maybe not. I have an idea. Wrong about midnight, wrong about midnight, nobody else long to see the creeping. Quiet enough, down to the kitchen of the house. Oh jeez. Been watching too many 80s Garfield specials again. Good stuff. Right, so I went that way. So here. What I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to go that way and then that way. And then left and up, so I need to go right and down. Okay. What am I even trying to make? What am I even trying to do? You know what? I remember somebody once telling me that they feel like they got an existential crisis they had an existential crisis every time they played this game. And I'm beginning to think that I know why. After this. Think I get it now. Cars always honk so angrily. They never sound like they can honk nicely and friendly. Never a honk is a how do you do. Unless a honk. Let's see what? Okay. Well, I suppose this beats something, but I'm not sure what. Doesn't beat sleeping, though. Human interactions on a stranger basis are a little strange. Typically, it's you and someone else you've never met before, just trying to alleviate the awkwardness until you never meet again. Say you're working retail, for example. That's what I do. It's fun, it's a good time. You get to talk to people and stuff like that, which I, strangely enough, kind of enjoy. But the weird bit is, yeah, when you consider what strangers, like a social interaction with a complete stranger is, and in like that context where it's like, oh yeah, I'm serving them because it's a job or whatever. You and somebody else you've never met before and will likely never meet again, just trying to alleviate the awkwardness for about 2 minutes. Which makes me wonder why banal chit chat the thing in the first place. You know, as in I.e. as they say, or I don't know what that means. Intended example? Oh. An example of which is like, how was your day? Which I guess makes sense. Or the less sense making, nice weather we're having, or using about the weather in general. That's a very popular one. I use it all the time whenever nothing's going anywhere. And it's like, yeah. I've heard it because you can't really dispute factual topics. As in, hey, it's raining outside. They can't go, no it's not. Against the rain that is very clearly falling. Hitting the windows, perhaps. They can't say, well, I think it isn't raining and you're wrong. So I'm gonna have an argument. All they can say is, yep, it's raining. And you guys just go on with your lives. There you go. Speaking of trying to alleviate awkwardness, I'm sitting here talking to myself right now and in the future at the same time. Well, we should try to come up with something for it. Future tense. Well, I'm wondering about what it's going to be like to be able to drive. That's going to be an interesting one. I'll be able to get to work on my own from this rural area, so I don't have to impose on my parents at all. That'd be nice for everyone involved. What does soliloquy even mean? I've heard it used on a couple of occasions before, something Shakespearean I think, but I don't remember what it means. I don't know. Something to do with stage directions, I'd assume. I would think. Oh boy. No. I wonder what being in a hive mind would feel like. Well, actually, I guess it wouldn't feel at all. Huh. Okay, I suppose. But I mean, like, Wonder how people would react in a society where a hive mind was taking over, but you had the option to join. Probably not very well. They wouldn't like that very much. I guess there's something to be said for individuality. Just not in terms of efficiency. For example, it seems like very few people can get along with each other consistently. Great at causing trouble, though. I guess that's why hive minds exist in the first place, because without it, species would just fall apart because they dispute their differences or whatever. Like we do. Come to think of it, when's the last time there wasn't a minor to major issue that caused a war? Then again, that's subjective. Like, what's a minor / major issue to you? In everyday life, not entirely sure, but like, a minor issue for me? Probably like, oh no, this box ran out of tissues. I had to blow my nose. I guess I'll just go use the other box. Something major could be like, I don't know. Somebody died. The difference between that and like the minor major on an international scale. Come to think of it though, the cause of World War, well, not the cause. The trigger of World War I was somebody died, so I guess that can be a fairly major issue. So let's face it, nobody likes dying. It's not fun. Because then you have to stop being alive. And that means no Minecraft. You know, sometimes I wonder what happens if you all the world leaders into a game such as this one, and you just said, have at it. Chaos ensue? They actually work out the differences? My point is, it'd be neat to see everyone who's currently considered in charge of everything, trying to cooperate with each other, of whom they, like I mentioned before, do have differences with and have a harder time getting along. But yeah, put them in something cooperative, or something optionally cooperative. They could also, you know, backstab or whatever, I guess you want to call it. Not backstabbing, they weren't working in the first place, so it's more like there'd be any aggression. They have to demonstrate their proper leader qualities. There's something to be said for diplomacy. You know, there's something to be said for everything. I've been wondering about that too. Everyone has an opinion on something, as long as they know what that something is. But, is that a good thing or not? Because, of course, people being opinionated is fine by me. Because, I mean, hey, what's a spirited debate without another side to it? What's any conversation without another side to it? Probably what's happening right now. Just jabber, jabber, jabber. Riding the train of thought until it stops. What was I saying? I don't know, it's probably not important. Oh, yes, yeah. Maybe. Yes? No. I don't know. Maybe. The thing with it was, like, I don't know, I guess I was thinking about something to do with diplomacy. No, something to say. Oh, yeah, something to be said for everything. Yeah, I get it, but the problem is when people are strongly opinionated, which, again, contributes to the whole we don't get along thing. People always tell you, oh, respect everyone else's opinions, but usually it's only when their own opinion is disrespected. When they see you, someone else's, or they agree, oh, when they are, when they happen to be in a conversation with you and someone else, they could mention that, but maybe they just choose not to. Like, what if you and party number 2 agree on something, whereas party number 3 has a conflicting opinion? Party number 2 is the one who originally told you, hey, respect other people's opinions. But as soon as you two agree on something, and that third guy, he's like, well, actually, I don't think so. I think this instead. Their loyalty switches, they mention nothing of respecting other people's opinions. That doesn't go for everyone, I'm saying. I'm just not trying to make a sweeping generalization or anything. I'm just making very tired musings. Like 20 after 1. 20 after 1. Oh boy. This has been going on for a while. Should I cut it off? I should probably cut it off. Nah, who cares? I'm not gonna cut it off. People really like symmetry. They find it satisfying. But where do you find proper symmetry in nature? So I'm saying, like, where do we find it in nature? Because if we like things that are, as we call them, satisfying, such as symmetry and whatnot, it's gotta be found somewhere in nature for it to be woven into us instinctually or whatever. Usually how it works, right? That's how I've been told it works. It makes sense if that's how it works. Not sure. Ugh. You know what? Cats seem like a very strange choice for a pet. A companion. Not entirely sure how we ever came to befriend them in the first place. I say befriend with the biggest of Minecraft air quotes. Because when you think about it, all pets are basically just slaves with some degree of Stockholm Syndrome. Like, if you were holed up in a house all day and like your entire bathroom schedule, food schedule, exercise regime, if you will, all that was dictated by one person who usually kept you naked and chained up or roped up in their house. Not at the same time as being in their house, like usually roped up when you're not in the house, but when you're in the house, it's all dictated by them, and they usually talk to you a lot. I don't know where I'm going with this. I was mentioning pets in Stockholm. So yeah, basically what it was, what it is. So I'm wondering, like, how did we get the cats? Like, who saw them laying around doing nothing? Like, hey, it's a good idea for a pet. Of course, house cats weren't exactly a thing before we had to breed them. Of course, I can understand dogs. We bred them for like hunting purposes and stuff. But cats, I don't know any history. Like, I could be wrong on this one, but I'm fairly certain they're just there. As far as my knowledge takes me, house cats, just cats in general, are just there as far as history is concerned. Like, I can seriously, like, no practical use for a cat comes to mind. I get it, they're cute, they're cuddly, and they knock over your things and eat your food and don't really do much other than, you know, lay around and have a great life, but I just don't get it. I just don't get why we chose the cats. Like, I do like cats, but I don't understand. I don't think I'd ever own a cat, but I get why people like them. They're nice, they're cute. People like cute things. I mean, why wouldn't they? You see a little kitten and you go, oh! At least I do. I don't know if you do. I do. You do? Wait. I say you do, I mean I do, because I'm gonna be the one watching this. Weird. Languages are sort of weird. No, I probably said that before, but like a weird happenstance, if you will. Occurrence? There we go. Occurrence. Bunch of noises we make that alert other creatures, members of the same species, to what's going on. How did it start? I don't know. Need for communication. But why choose the vocabulary we went with? I don't know. Really not the one to ask that question. To be asking that question? To be asked for that question? Yeah, you can tell I'm unqualified. So unqualified that I can't even follow my own train of thought at 1:30 in the morning. I suppose it's understandable. I should really get some sleep. But I gotta finish this sculpture. You know why? Because it's fun. I want to finish the sculpture. Oh, they're not even halfway done the sculpture. I think I'll just end it here then. Here? No, not here. Still want to say things. What things should I say? Stuff and things. Of course. It's always the answer. You almost have to try to not like things. You ever force yourself to dislike something just out of spite? I've done that once or twice when I was a puny baby. I'm sure everyone's done it, but I'm wondering why. That it gets nothing accomplished. Ever, so why do we do it? Yeah. You know what? I think, yeah, fill in this layer here. We'll leave it at that. Should be good. Because, let's face it, the more I do, the more I'm going to have to sit through. I'll screw it. One more little bit. Just the next iteration of layer, if you will. Which I won't. That's alright. That's probably right. Huh. I wonder if a team of goats could actually pull bus. Call it the goat bus pull. No, not a very good name. I don't know, I'm not good with names. I'm not good with anything right now. I just want to go to bed. Why am I not going to bed? I want to finish the sculpture, but it's already taken me like 45 minutes to get to where I am. Oh, Jesus. Me neither. You know what? Cool. It's fine. It works. Not done, but it's looking fine to me. Unless I really want to. Do I really want to? Do I really want to? Yeah, I think I really want to. You know, it's a good thing shoes aren't sentient. That sucks. Imagine every time you went to take a step, your shoe yelling at you like, "Dude! Not cool!" You have to look down and go, "I'm sorry, man, I need to walk." Like, couldn't you walk on someone else? Looks over at, like, the rubber boots or whatever, and they're going, "Don't do it, man. Don't do it." You got, like, a pair of sneakers on, like, the sole's falling out, and he's like, "I've suffered enough!" Oh, going new shoe shopping would be weird like that. Because it's like, you walk into the store and everybody's just like, no, leave us alone. Leave us alone. Except for like that one pair of masochist shoes, who's like, oh yeah. You're left staring at them going, I don't know what you're doing, but it's making me uncomfortable. Or would all shoes be masochists then, in order to, you know, exist comfortably? All shoes were sentient, would they have to be masochists? That's a good question. I say good question, but do I really mean a good question? Yeah, I'm not sure. I need to do that. Do I need to do that? I don't need to do that. Do I need to do that? No, I think I need to do that. No, I'll do that. Will I do that? I might do that. Yeah. Alright. That's about as far as we're getting on that for today. But I must admit, it's coming out looking alright. Well, this has been Midnight Minecraft. I am very tired and I'm gonna go bed now. Okay, bye.